Good morning, everyone, again. So hopefully you guys all got a chance to watch that initial video where we talked about combining like terms. But now, let's go through some examples. Really important that if you guys are working through your independent practice and you have any questions, watch these videos for examples. I'm going to do examples of some of the trickier problems and help you work through them as we go. Okay? So from that last video, we learned something about like terms. So let's start off with an example. Say we were given this term. Say we were given 3x squared y to the fourth and z. This is a long term. Notice it has a coefficient of 3, three distinct variables, x, y, and z, and then 3 exponents, 2, 4, and 1 here, which we don't have to write because that's basically just z. All right? And let's come up with some like terms for this. So remember, in like terms, the coefficient itself doesn't matter. So let's go ahead, pick a number between 1 and 10. Let's try 9. All right, 9. Now, I know I need an x in there somewhere. So let's go ahead and put an x. I know I need a y in there somewhere, so let's go ahead and do a y. And I know I need a z as well. Okay? Now I look and I say, okay, the exponent on the x is a 2. So I'm going to put a 2 above the x. The exponent on the y is a 4, so let's put a 4 there. Now the exponent on the z is a 1. I don't need to even write anything there. This is a like term. So let's go ahead and do a couple more. Notice the only thing that's going to change is going to be the coefficient. So other things we could do 20, x, remember that's squared, that exponent, y, to the fourth, z. Okay, try one more. Any number you want, so let's go with just 1. So let's go with x squared, y to the fourth, z. Each of these, this term here, and this term here, are all like terms. Now let's think about something that could be an unlike term, or not a like term. So let's go give one example of that. Now, basically we need to mess something up. So we can write out this is 3x squared. So far we're in a great place. Everything's matching. But then say we got y cubed and no z. This is not a like term because the x squared matches, the coefficient doesn't matter. But now we've got y, but it's still the third, not the fourth, so it's not a like term. An interesting way of looking at this, everyone, is if you go ahead and write this down as like terms have to share. So it has to have an x, has to have a y, and has to have a z, and the exponents must match as well, where this is 2, 4, and 1. So overall, what we're looking at here, all right, is we're trying to combine or write out terms that match, okay? Hopefully that was helpful for some of those independent practice questions. But now let's transition to doing some combinations. So let's write out some terms. Let's say we have 6x cubed plus 2x minus 4x plus x cubed. Remember what I said earlier, okay? Well, the first step I want to do is combine my like terms. So let's go ahead. I'm going to circle any like terms with x cubed, and I'm going to underline any like terms with 2x. So I know I'm circling 6x cubed, and I see over here I've got another x cubed, so let's go ahead and circle that. These are like terms. Now, I see 2x and a 4x. Notice the variables match as well as the exponents in each of them. So let's go ahead and group these like terms, remembering to keep this operation plus or minus in front of the variable I moved. So I'm going to move this x cubed in front of the plus 2x. So I'm going to rewrite this as 6x cubed plus x cubed plus 2x minus 4x. And let's do this systematically. Let's combine these two like terms. 6x plus 6x cubed plus x cubed is going to give me 7x cubed. Remember, when you combine like terms, only the coefficient changes. the x cubed, the variable and the exponent do not change. All right, so you get 7x cubed. Now over here, we have plus 2x minus 4x. If you guys remember the trick I showed you last time, you can rewrite this as 2x plus negative 4x. All right, so what's 2 plus negative 4? I've got 2 more negatives than I have positives, so I know this has to be a negative number, and then I also know that the difference between 2 and 4 is 2, so this is going to give me a resultant combination of negative 2x. Putting it all back together to give the combination, you are left with 6x cubed minus 2x. And this would be the combination of this long thing over here. All right? Let's walk through a couple of the steps we did here, though. First thing we did was we grouped like terms. I took the 6x cubed and I combined it with the x cubed to give me 7x cubed. I took this 2x and I subtracted 4x from that, which is going to leave me with negative 2x. If the negative sign is in front of a number that is bigger than the number over here, we know that this number has to be negative. So that's always a good check to do. All right, let's go through one more example. All right, let's go through one more example where we work with a little bit more complicated of a problem. So now, let's assume we're given this. Let's assume we're given 4 times 2x minus 3 plus 2 times 6x plus 4. And I want to combine everything. Remember, the first thing you're going to want to do here is distribute the 4 into here to both of them. So I'm going to do the 4 times 2x, and the 4 times negative 3. And I'm also going to distribute the 2 into the 6x and the 2 to the 4. Okay? By rewriting this all out, you should get that 4 times 2x will give you 8x. 4 times negative 3 will give you negative 12, plus 2 times 6x should be 12x, and 2 times 4 should give you 8. Remember to pay attention to your sign. Notice how 4 times negative 3 gives me negative 12. All right. Now, remember what I said, we're going to group like terms. So again, let's circle our like terms. We've got 8x, and I'm looking for something else with just x in it. 12, nope. 12x, yes, that's a like term. So I can combine those two. 8, no. But now let's underline the other like term. Minus 12 and plus 8. Those are like terms. So let's go ahead and bring this 12x over here. So we can rewrite this as 8x plus 12x minus 12 plus 8. All right, so let's combine each term. We got 8x plus 12x is going to be basically 8 plus 12. If you put 8 into 12, you're going to get 20. So it should be 20x. Now, over here, I've got negative 12 plus 8. Again, the negative sign is in front of the bigger number, so I know that my number should be negative. So I'm going to go ahead and just write the negative out right away. I know this should be negative. Now, what is negative 12 plus 8? Think about this on a number line. All right. Say I start here at negative 12, right? And say I need to go 8. So I'm going to go negative 11. I'm going to subtract 8 or add 8 to this. So that should put me at negative 4. All right. To check that, go ahead. All right. Go ahead and do what's 12 minus 8? That'll give you 4. And then plug the negative sign in front of it. So this is going to be negative 4. If you guys ever get tripped up on this kind of math and you have a calculator there, go ahead and put it in your calculator. All right. Kind of how I look at it is I say, okay, negative 12, I know my number has to be negative. So what is the difference between 12 and 8? It's 4. So I know that has to be negative 4. All right. So guys, we rewrite this final expression as 20x minus 4, and we're done. All right? So today we've learned a lot of information. If you guys have any questions, please unmute and ask during our Teams call, or email me anytime, or Teams me anytime as well. Thanks everyone, and good luck on your independent practice. Don't forget to review the solutions after you finish it and to take that mastery check at the end. Thanks everyone. Good work.